this week's episode of the Author Collaborative. As always, I'll be talking to an author whose book I have recently read and enjoyed. And my guest for this week is somebody who's coming on the show for the first time. Hi, Nilshri. Thank you for joining. Yes, my guest for today is somebody who's coming on the show for the first time. And I read her book as part of the Fabulous Four Book of the Month in the month of August. The four of us enjoyed reading the book, and I'm very excited to talk to the author directly today because the three people that I've read the book with, we have discussed it on our show and we enjoyed it immensely. Now we also exchange a few question and answers amongst ourselves. Now I'm very excited to ask those questions directly to the author today, and also just overall very fun episode, so stay tuned. uh, she is not here. Let me quickly invite her. My guest for today to join me here so I can start the episode. This is the book that we are going to discuss in today's episode, A Place in This World. It is the book that I read as part of the Fabulous Four gang, and we discussed it on Instagram Live in the month of August. Hey, Sukana. Uh, Let me see where Richa is. She's not here yet. Meanwhile, if you guys have any questions that you would like for me to ask the author during the episode, you can share them in the comments. I will be happy to ask those to Richard during the episode. Okay, I don't know what is the issue. Richard has not been able to join us yet. Hi, Richard. I have sent you the invitation to join me as a co-host. Hey, yes, you'll just have to turn on the front camera. There should be a rotate button on your screen somewhere. Hi, Tanvi. Hi, Saurabh. Thank you for joining. Richa, can you hear me?
I can hear you, but I think I am not visible.
Yes, you have to turn on the front camera. There should be a rotate button on your phone somewhere where it allows you to turn on the front camera.
Okay.
Yes,
Yes.
yes,
Hi.
exactly. Hi, Richa. Very excited to have you. Welcome. You
Same
are
here.
a
I'm very
first time
excited right now.
first time guest, so I'm very excited. I always enjoy when someone is coming on the show for the first time and I introduce them to this podcast. And it's always a fun conversation with authors and learning their writing styles and how their minds work, because all of us have such different creative processes.
Right. I think this is after a long gap of 4 or 5 years that I am doing this Insta Live.
Oh,
And I'm
wow.
very excited and nervous too.
So don't be nervous. Uh, it's going to be a very fun, very comfortable conversation. So just relax. It's like chatting with a friend on a video call. Just forget that anyone else is there.
Right.
So, yes, I was just telling the audience that I read this book as a part of the Fabulous Book. But before we go to that, just tell us briefly about yourself first.
All right. So I just prefer to introduce myself in this way that I was born Marathi, but I am a Delhiite at heart because I have lived my entire life in northern India. I am settled in Gurugram for last 11 years,
Oh, wow.
and writing was my happy place since the beginning. Okay, I never aspired to be a writer or an author, but writing always was there.
Hmm.
It was my, a happy escape for me.
Hmm.
And I used to write a lot of blogs and everything. I used to write on public blogs as well as my own blog.
Hmm.
And then there was, I used to get bullied during my school days. And there was this, a moment changed everything in my life because I encountered with that bullying person, with my bully, and I, decided to write about it. So I
Oh.
created my first ever fictional story because of that incident. And when I realized that, I shared it with my, some of my close ones, and they appreciated it. And when I realized that, okay, people are liking the fiction that I have created, until that time, I used to just, share my thoughts in the form of articles and everything.
Hmm.
But that was the first time that I had written something fictional. So when I got some appreciation, I was, motivated to write further. And then I wrote 5 stories on my blog. I created my own blog, Wordrazi, with WordPress.
Hmm.
And when I, got good appreciation coming in from all of them, so I decided that, okay, now the next one is going to be a novel. So my
Hmm.
debut novel, A Bit of Both, came out like that. And
Hmm.
then A Place in This World. This is
Yes.
my full length novel. So this came out recently. It got published in the month of July, and this is, I keep saying this in my videos, in my reels also, that this is my jigar ka tukda. This is literally my jigar ka tukda, because I have literally poured my heart and soul into this.
Hmm.
So this is what I can introduce myself as.
Lovely, and thank you for sharing that bullying incident with us because
I
for
am not anymore, afraid of admitting it.
hmm.
There was, until some time ago, I have never shared it with anybody. But now I feel confident enough to share that I used to get bullied a lot, and that I am, in a way, I'm grateful to that bully because if that hadn't happened, maybe I wasn't here right now. So in a
Hmm.
way, it was okay.
Yeah, all kinds of experiences shape the personality that we have today, right? So
True, true, true.
whatever good or
Absolutely.
bad. And also what I want to highlight is that for most of us who are accidental writers, who are not planning to become writers or authors, writing comes as a form of therapy first. That's how we discover
Totally,
our voice
totally.
and our creative side, as I always say. So yeah, congratulations on that, and I'm so happy you discovered that writing as a therapy, and we have you as an author now.
Thank you, thank you.
So, talking about my experience of reading this book, you already know. All four of us loved it. We have discussed it for over an hour on an Instagram live in our August episode, and we have discussed the characters that we loved the most, what we liked about it. But for me personally, I think I mentioned it during the Fabulous Four episode also. For me, it was two things. One, it was based in Mumbai. So, firstly, वहाँ पे मेरा दिल पिघल जाता है because Mumbai is like always जिगर का टुकड़ा for me as for
Oh,
you.
nice,
The
nice.
book is. And secondly, you have talked about COVID-19, the pandemic, which a lot of authors shy away from. I have noticed that they don't talk about the grief and the loss that the pandemic brought in with it. And you have,
Mhm.
discussed that in much detail and how the characters have, not have recovered, but are in the process of recovering from the losses that they have faced during the time.
Good. That's
And
nice.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Moving on, accepting and then moving on, and also, kind of the support that one requires while moving on from such things, such griefs and losses. And for that, the family that they are surrounded with, the friends they are surrounded with, and then they finding each other also, looking for that kind of support that somebody would understand they have gone through something similar. That was also very beautiful. So that's in a gist what I really loved about the book.
Thank you.
And
It was the base of their connection with each other.
yeah,
That,
exactly.
their grief was the base of their connection with each other.
uh, what's the word the people use? Shared grief, shared loss. Yeah,
Shared grief. Yeah,
yeah,
totally.
yeah. So I am going to read out a couple of passages that I really enjoyed while reading the book.
Please.
I want to kick myself mentally because very smart that I am. I have forgotten to carry the paperback from India.
Okay.
When I was reading your book and as part of the Fabulous Four book of the month, I was in India. So I received it when I was there. I read it, I annotated it so much, and then I forgot to carry it with me back to the Netherlands. So now I don't have the annotations. Thankfully, I have some screenshots from the pages of the book, and I'm going to read out those. Please
Sure.
forgive me if I'm not reading out one of the
That's
most important parts or
your
something. Yeah, so this bit is something that I think most of us can relate to when we are kind of struggling in our career or we are feeling that we are stuck in our professional lives. Somebody who's close to us, if they are doing better in something or related field or maybe another field, we feel that, we don't feel jealous of them, but somewhere we feel that why are we not getting that? So
right, right, right. Yeah,
it's not always jealousy or envy. We are very happy for that person because we care about them so much. But generally वो feeling आ जाती है कि मेरे साथ क्यों नहीं हुआ? What am I doing
I
wrong?
think it's maybe it's not jealousy, but because of your own failures or your own decisions gone wrong, you get that. Can we call it inferiority complex? I'm not
Yes.
sure if that's the correct term for it, but yes, you just feel inferior, and
Yeah,
maybe that's because of your own actions, your own
yes,
decisions gone wrong in the past. But yes,
exactly.
that feeling always keeps coming. Being writers, we understand when we
Ah,
see
yeah,
somebody else's book
yeah, yeah.
doing better than ours, that also happens.
Creative people, I think the imposter syndrome is gifted to us anyway. हमें हम
Yeah,
हमेशा ऐसा लगता है कि we are not as good as others are. So
yeah,
that's
yeah. It keeps
the
coming
cover.
back.
Yeah,
Maybe twice in a month or so, but it keeps coming back.
yeah,
It keeps
exactly.
working.
So this is the part where Ira is feeling a slightly, left out or, a little jealous of her friend's success, who used to be her BFF at one point. They have lost contact, but the friend is
Yeah,
doing very well. So
yeah,
this is the update. I mean, it's not that I'm jealous of her. I am indeed very happy to see her doing well, but her success to some extent reminds me of my failure, of my own decision gone wrong years back. And more than any other plan, my main goal is to secure my family's well being and Akriti's future. Akriti is the protagonist's daughter. And for that, I need a solid base because I don't think I can achieve it with my current package. I need to make things better. Ira tearfully confessed. Hell, I wish I hadn't made that mistake years ago. I wish I had finished my degree and had a better career. Things would have been so much better. And then she broke down. A part of Sahaj urged him to soothe her. Rubbing his left palm with his right thumb, he leaned in and spoke in a calm voice. Things never get better, Ira. It is our misconception. Life, we think that it's in our control, that we can decide what we want and ensure the way it's going to be. But we often forget how powerful timing is. And then comes the one quote that I have already used in my review on Instagram. You see, it is life that always offers us options, and whatever we evaluate is based on our current situation. Think of it this way: you have to hit the bullseye, so you will lock the target in your sight and mentally calculate the speed and angle of your dart accordingly. But whether it will hit the right place, a bit up or down or around it, or just fall down, is known only after the dart is thrown in that direction. Years ago, you took the decision in the best interest of your family. Nobody knew that COVID-19 would happen. I know. Ina got his point, but put a full stop there and pensively rested her back on the chair. Then, to focus better, she leaned forward and gathered her open hair between the gaps of her fingers, twisting it into a bun. And what happens next? Is she able to get out of that mood? And how she is able to get out of that mood, what she does for that. For that, you have to go and check out the book on Amazon. Go. It's available in
let's
paper
do
and
it.
paperback and
I
Kindle.
think
Yes,
this is the paperback.
yes. And I have also read the paperback. I'm just not carrying it with me, but I
Okay,
don't have it right now. But
that's
yeah, if you're
perfectly fine.
somebody who enjoys reading paperbacks, definitely go check it out. And now, based on my reading of the book and whatever discussions we had during the Instagram live with the Fabulous Four, and in our WhatsApp group also. I have a few questions for you. Would you be kind enough to answer those?
Sure, sure, sure.
Just give me a second. I'm pulling up the questions. Yes. So my first question to you is grief and loss, especially in the context of the pandemic, are central to the story. How much of the emotional undercurrent comes from your personal experience or observation, and how much was it imagined?
So I think if I have to divide it, I think 10% was from personal experience,
Okay.
20% would be observation, and rest of it is, since it's a fictional story, the rest of it, I think 70% is, it was imagined, because the entire story set in Mumbai, two neighbors, and, everything was fictional.
Hmm.
The 10% that I'm talking about is, see, COVID was a time that has immensely affected all of us, right?
Yeah.
All of us have gone through it, and every other day, every other day there was news of somebody known or someone close leaving
Hmm.
this world.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
I had some, news instances like that in mind, and um, let's see, thinking about them only would, give me goosebumps,
Hmm.
that, oh, somebody has gone, like that. But the
Hmm.
10% I am saying is somebody, someone very close, someone very inspirational in our lives.
Hmm.
Ours, I mean me and my husband.
Hmm.
So someone very inspirational in our lives was, he passed away. I have used his name in the acknowledgement section also. The third person to whom this book is dedicated is the person I'm talking about. He's no more, but he was very inspirational to us. And we had seen him, going away very up close. So that was something that, it was very deeply impactful on me.
Hmm.
And when I decided that, I have to write a story with a backdrop of COVID-19, I was like that, I have to use this.
Yeah.
Other than when I'm saying that 20% observation is there, then there were many, stories, instances that each of us was hearing on a daily basis. So there was this instance during the Delta variant only. Some friend of us had told us that, in their building, in their residential society, there were two families who lost their loved ones, within a gap of a few hours,
Oh
the
no.
same day.
Oh
And
no.
it shattered me to the core. I mean, people, they were known to each other. Those families were known to each other. And I was imagining that, what they must be going through.
Hmm.
Firstly, the entire process that was there, once somebody found out that, this whole family is affected, or this particular person in that family is affected, rushing to the hospital, arranging a bed, arranging for these oxygen cylinders.
Yeah.
It gives me goosebumps recalling all of that. But it was like I wanted this to be, the as the introduction of the story, that, two families who were
Hmm.
not known to each other that well, because when we talk about Mumbai, people are not that social.
Yeah.
Although I have lived in Mumbai for 3-4 years, and that wasn't the case with me. My neighbors were like, they were social enough, or at least we used to, meet during the social gatherings and all of that, or we used to meet and greet sometimes. But what normally Mumbai is popular about is that, people are so busy in their own lives that nobody interacts so much. So instead of Gurugram, I had picked Mumbai. So I wanted the story to start like this: that,
Hmm.
there are two families who are not known to each other that well, but
Hmm.
the main, the common thing between them is that both of them lose their loved one
Yeah.
within a gap of few hours on the same day. So
Hmm.
that could be the main, the place of the story. So that was there. But I think during the, the continuous edits of the story, that
Hmm.
this thing got shifted to the second chapter, when Sehaj accidentally, not accidentally, when he enters her office unannounced,
Yeah.
and she is not able to understand what to do, but she
Hmm.
handles the situation maturely. Then she
Hmm.
retreats to the washroom and tries to understand what happened. And then
Hmm.
she realizes, she recalls that, okay, this is the connection between us.
Hmm.
Because he heard me on the radio
Okay.
previous night,
Yeah.
he couldn't hold his emotions back. So now that he was so desperate to see me and just confirm it with me that I came to see you because of this. So now I also have to deal with this in a bit pragmatic
Hmm.
way. So
Hmm.
that's how she decides that, okay, I'll go and meet him.
Hmm.
So that thing got shifted to the second chapter, because I wanted the first chapter to be like that. That there is a stranger talking to a radio jockey, and then
Hmm.
somebody else is hearing it, and then they find a connection that way. People mostly have come to me saying that, okay, they thought that RJ Manas would be the protagonist,
Actually,
but
it begins
RJ
that
Manas
way.
has been used only in the beginning, and at the end his name is mentioned only once.
Yeah.
So that was it's like that.
Yeah.
And other than that, the 70% of the story is, let's say, it's all fictional. The
Yeah.
characters, all the characters, they are all fictional. This journey of Ira, she's on a self-discovery quest. So
Hmm.
all of that is just fictional. Ideas kept coming in, and I just kept weaving the story accordingly.
Lovely. Thank you for sharing that. That's such a wonderful insight into what you have seen around you during the pandemic and how that inspired you to write Iran Sahar's story. Thank you for sharing that, because we never know. We never know what can inspire us. And that you
Actually,
also, yeah.
actually.
And you were able
There
to
are
channelize
ideas
your
all
own grief.
around, and the writer herself or himself doesn't know what can be picked from
Yeah.
where and can be woven into a story.
Exactly. Yes. And that you were able to channelize your own grief of losing someone close to you. That also shows in the story where you are talking about how Ira and Sahad are trying to, even their own families, how they are trying to move on from the loss of losing someone so close to them. So yeah.
So when I was thinking about how to take the story forward, or let's just say that when I was hearing that इनके घर में ऐसा हो गया, इनके
Hmm.
घर में ये चला गया या वो चली गई, एक
Hmm.
ये सफरिंग था, जो गए वो गए, उनके लिए तो एक अलग फीलिंग होती है, बट आई वॉज ऑल्सो थिंकिंग अ लॉट अबाउट द वंस हु वर लेफ्ट बिहाइंड,
Yeah.
and it was I was imagining that what they are going to do, how are they going to survive now, because
Hmm.
there are so many families where the sole breadwinner was gone,
Yeah.
so I wanted to focus the story on the
Hmm.
survivors more than the ones who were gone.
Yeah.
So that's also was the 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 base of the story, that but we have to focus on the ones who are left behind and
Yeah.
not on the ones who are gone.
Yeah. But despite that, you have given both of them quite good and strong backstories about how their original love stories came to be, which is also
Shivaji and
something
Meena
nice.
were the
Yeah.
ones who were gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was also nice to read about, because both of them had such sweet love stories of their own before finding each other and before becoming close to each other. So yeah, that was also a nice touch. You have tried to move, show the aspect of moving on and about the people who are
Yeah, so
left
the
behind, but you have
idea
still
was that,
focused on the
if they are
person who is.
having a, sorry,
Yeah.
sorry, I think I just
Yeah.
interrupted you.
No, I was saying that yes, you have focused on the people who are left behind, but you have not forgotten the ones who are gone and because of whom they are in the grief they are right now.
Yeah, so that was there because they had Sahaj and Ira had a shared grief. They
Yeah.
knew each other distantly, that okay, she comes from this family, and she knew that he comes from this family. There were four people or there were five people in their family. Now, because they hadn't spoken to each other in a very long time,
Mm.
this thought shattered them, that okay. he has also, gone through a loss. I have also gone through a loss. But that doesn't mean that, they will not talk about their spouses. So when they sit down for that conversation for the first time in that restaurant, so it became better for them to interact with each other when they spoke about their spouses. Like Ira is the first one to bring it up. She when he tells her about his profile, his work profile,
Hmm.
she tells him that my husband was in IT too.
Hmm.
From there, they simply switch the topic to the
Hmm.
COVID and everything else that,
Yeah.
the was the foundation of their this connection.
Yeah.
And that's what brings an ease between them, a comfort between them.
Yeah. Which interestingly now brings me to my second question. That is, uh, you have not just focused on one relationship, which is something also all four of us like. That there's not one relationship. Uh, Sid was also saying how it was reminiscent of Metro in Dino. He also talked about listening to the song and creating the vibe because you have talked about multiple
I
relationships.
love that segment, I love that segment. And you guys were, uh, characterizing everybody, and you were saying that, ये वाला role इसको दे देते हैं, ये वाला role वो play करेंगे. And I was totally enjoying it. I was actually, envisioning कि wow, इस रोल में ये एक्टर या वो एक्टर कितना बढ़िया लगेगा. आई एम
Oh, so
फिंगर्स क्रॉस्ड किसी से ऐसा हो कि किसी कोई कहे और मुझे फोन कॉल कर दे दैट वी आर गोइंग टू साइन यू अप.
and we are sending it out to the universe कि इसका screen adaptation हो जाए बस.
Actually, actually.
So my question to you is that the book has it all. There is romance, there is family drama, there is single parenting, there is the age-old dilemmas of what comes with the family and struggling with somebody who has taken your money away and is not returning the money. सब कुछ है इसमें. So my question is, was there a thought in your mind that I am overstuffing it with multiple themes? I'm overstuffing the novel with multiple themes. Was there any thought like that? And how did you decide what to include and what to leave out?
No, there was not a thought of overstuffing. I think the story has got a very smooth flow, and I think I have created a very fine balance.
Yeah.
Uh, let's not take it as self appreciation, but I think I have created a very fine balance with all the themes, because all my readers have told me that the story has got a very smooth flow.
Yeah.
Yes, I admit that it's part grief, part romance, part self discovery, part family drama, and many other themes. And when it was into its publishing process, then I used to say that it's an emotional platter. And I have cooked a biryani this time. I have literally said this to many people, jokingly, of course, that I have cooked a biryani this time, and I'm sure that you are going to enjoy it. So yeah, that's what it was. See, the thought was that since my characters were in their mid 30s, they have a family to look after. So obviously there have to be family members then. And if
Hmm.
there are family members, then थोड़ा सा उनका भी कुछ स्टोरी देना पड़ेगा, थोड़ा थोड़ा तो.
Yeah.
उनकी पर्सनालिटी क्या है, उनका थॉट प्रोसेस क्या है किसी भी एक पर्टिकुलर चीज को लेकर. Like when Ira comes to know about that, the
And
grave
Bua.
truth that her in-laws are hiding. So
Hmm.
until then, I had only decided about Vandana's character, that she is a very friendly Sasuma.
Hmm.
Akriti, her daughter, has a very less exposure on screen. The kids have very less exposure on screen, but that's there to fill some fun-filling moments and all of that. But until that scene, I had not decided what Divakar's character would be like.
Hmm.
Divakar is
The,
Ira's father-in-law. So from there I decided कि इनको थोड़ा सा वो reserve type के, खड़ूस type के बना देंगे. And because Sasuma is very friendly, somebody who always has a smiling face and has a very good camaraderie with her daughter-in-law. तो थोड़ा सा इनको ऐसा खड़ूस दिखा देते हैं कि थोड़ा कम बात करने वाले एंड ये वो सब. So that's how characterization happened. And other than that, yes, I just recalled one more thing. My debut book, A Bit of Both, it had very less characters.
Okay.
it revolve around the protagonist Natasha and her love story. There
Hmm.
is a very strong character in that book called Mansi, who is her best friend.
Yeah.
And all those who have read it have loved Mansi's character more than Natasha's character. But I was so immersed into Natasha's writing Natasha's stories at that time that I did not put anything about Mansi other than being her friend, guiding her, advising her, taking her to places, being
Hmm.
her therapist at times. That people loved Mansi for that thing only, but there was no story, no backdrop of Mansi at all in the story. So when I started writing a place in this world, and I knew that there are going to be multiple strong characters, so I was I kind of told myself that okay, we have to give some some background to the other characters also. The other characters will also have some role in there,
Hmm.
and that's how this story got built. One paragraph dictated another, one instance led to another, and it got into a 283 pages full length novel, which I am very proud of. And I don't think that there was overstuffing. You tell me as a reader if you
No.
felt that there was any overstuffing or something, because there are many chapters or paragraphs that I deleted, thinking that
Okay.
okay, this might break the
Yeah.
flow, or maybe it might make the reader get bored, or
Hmm.
like. So there were many chapters, not chapters, but many paragraphs, many instances that I had written in the
Hmm.
manuscript. I had later deleted them.
So, what made you decide on what to keep and what not to keep then? What was that thought in your, when you're reading the draft? What was that selection process like? ये रखना है, ये निकाल देना.
सो विक्रांत का थोड़ा सा मैंने और एक दो सीन डाला था, वो मैंने निकाल दिए थे. I
Okay.
thought that he has got a very late entry and he's not
Hmm.
that important as a character.
Hmm. Hmm.
His identity as a character is only this, that he is a rich businessman, Sehed's good friend, and he gets he starts liking Kritika
Yeah.
the moment he sees her. So उसको बस उतना ही रखते हैं because वो आया ही बीच में है स्टोरी के,
Hmm.
जब और जहां से स्टोरी ऑलरेडी टर्निंग पॉइंट्स ले रही है. So I
हाँ.
didn't want him to also, get an entry into the story of, Ira's self-discovery quest, where Kritika is coming into the picture a bit strongly now, that
Hmm.
she, decides to be her business partner. And she is the one who proposes the idea that I want to take this forward because I have this, strong community on
Hmm.
social media, and I have enough amount of money also that we can, bootstrap the our project or our business. So वहां से कई लोगों ने ये भी मुझे रिव्यू दिया है that they felt that Kritika is a stronger character than Ira
Yeah.
at some points. So that, and see, ये भी बस एक observe करने वाली बात है that there is a point when Ira breaks down in front of Sahaj, and she
Hmm.
tells him that my friend from CA days, she's doing very well. The scene just that you just
Yeah.
read out just now. So she tells him about her success
Hmm.
compared to her own, failures or her own struggles.
Hmm.
But then the confidence that Kritika shows, the confidence that Kritika's character portrays is coming from her success only. She's
Yeah.
also, facing some challenges in her life. She's also she has gone through a bitter divorce, something that
Yeah.
was very unexpected for anybody.
Hmm.
But since she's, having a very strong career, then that's what her confidence is all about. She has been to places on her own. She
Hmm.
has lived outside India, and she has, that confidence comes from there. So,
Yeah.
ये जो चीजें, I think, see what the novels that I like, I keep reading them
Hmm.
again and every time I observe something new. Like I am a fan of Preeti Shenoy's novels. I like Ravinder Singh's novels. I'm talking only about Indian authors right now. So I, keep going back to these novels, and every time I read, I find something new कि अच्छा ये मैंने पिछली बार तो मैंने observe ही नहीं किया था, ये भी
Hmm.
था यहाँ पे. सो वो चीज मैं चाहती हूँ कि जब मेरे रीडर्स मेरी बुक को अगर वो पसंद करें और वो दोबारा पढ़ें तो उन्हें कुछ नया दिखे, कुछ एक नया इंसाइट मिले कि अच्छा हाँ,
हम्म
ये पहली बार में शायद हम फ्लो में मिस कर गए थे, बट
हम्म
ओके दिस वाज देयर एंड द राइटर हैज पुट दिस पर्पसफुली,
हम्म
दैट आई मीन व्हाट आई एम ट्राइंग टू से इज दैट मैंने कुछ ना कुछ, अगर मैंने कुछ पिक किया है इन सारे सीनियर राइटर्स से, तो वो एक ये चीज है, बिकॉज आई हैव ऑब्जर्व्ड एज अ रीडर दैट दे विल पुट समथिंग लाइक दैट,
हम्म
कि आपको शायद एक लेटर स्टेज पे ऑब्जर्व करोगे। फर्स्ट टाइम व्हेन वी आर रीडिंग इट जस्ट एज अ स्टोरी, दैट वी
हम्म
वांट टू नो कि अच्छा आगे क्या हो रहा है, आगे क्या हो रहा है। वो जो सीन बाय सीन हम एक एक चीज को देखते हैं, समझते हैं, तो वो
हम्म
शायद जब आप सेकेंड टाइम थर्ड टाइम, इट इट हैपेंस विद मूवीज एज वेल, व्हेन वी वॉच अ मूवी फॉर द फर्स्ट टाइम, तो वो एक अलग चीज होती है, वी जस्ट वांट टू नो द स्टोरी कि अब इसके बाद अच्छा ये हुआ ये हुआ, बट वी पे अटेंशन ऑन द डायलॉग्स और द सीक्वेंस और एनीथिंग एल्स only when we watch it twice or thrice or multiple times. Every time we will come up with something new कि अच्छा ये मैंने last time नहीं देखा था। तो that's what ये जो मैंने अभी एक चीज बताई, that कृतिका का कॉन्फिडेंस कहाँ से आया, this comes from there only. And there are many such instances that you might connect it with something that you have already read in the novel previously. There would be something that is mentioned in chapter number 3 or 4, and it might connect in
हम्म
with chapter number 13, 14, or 30,
हम्म
32.
हम्म
So I have tried my best to make it interesting. Rest is up to the readers how they find it.
Yeah, and I think that's what makes it interesting. When I was discussing, when we were discussing, the four of us during the episode of Fabulous Four, I had the thought that, I wanted the story to focus more on Ira and Sahaj only. But there are
Mhm.
other relationships also, other couples also involved. तो मुझे ऐसा लगा कि उनसे लाइमलाइट हट गई, बट दी ऑल दी अदर थ्री दे पाउंस्ड ऑन मी, दे वर लाइक नहीं, हम लोग को, हमें तो इसीलिए पसंद आई क्योंकि वो मल्टीपल कपल्स थे, मल्टीपल रिलेशनशिप्स थे, वी वर एबल टू सी अ डायनामिक book where there are multiple POVs, multiple things and challenges that different types of couples face. So उनको ये अच्छा लगा. So there is always a different perspective. और जब
Yeah.
उन्होंने ऐसे बोला तब मुझे भी रियलाइज हुआ कि हाँ, मे बी आई एम ब्लॉकिंग माई सेल्फ by thinking that there should have been more limelight on the main couple. But when they said all these things,
The original thought behind having every couple having some challenges or any some backdrop was because of my debut novel only, because I thought that उसमें मैंने सारा focus सिर्फ और सिर्फ नताशा और
hmm,
उसके dilemma, उसके failed love relationships पे ही डाल दिया था,
hmm,
and because of that मानसी का इतना अच्छा कैरेक्टर है उसमें, बट इट डिडंट गेट दैट मच ऑफ लाइमलाइट, ऑल्दो एवरीबडी लव्ड इट, नोबडी कंप्लेन्ड, बट सिंस दिस वाज गोइंग टू बी अ मल्टीपल कैरेक्टर्स स्टोरी, सो आई थॉट कि थोड़ा थोड़ा इसमें ये सब भी डालते हैं। एंड मोस्टली जो कृतिका का या पिया एंड सोहम का जो दे आर इन साइड रोल्स, बट जो इनको जो एक एक्सपोजर मिला है, दैट कम्स ओनली आफ्टर देयर ट्रिप, the
hmm,
Karja. Because after that only Kritika comes up with her business proposal.
yeah,
Because obviously, if Ira has to do something, she needs some kind of help. Sehaj tells her that you should prepare a list of potential investors and everything. But then she finds an investor in her friend only. So
hmm,
that's how the story takes a turn. And then Pia, comes across this her ex, because her mother is adamant to get her married to somebody. So वो एक वहां पे वो आया that सोहम एंड पिया का वो थोड़ा सा मिसमैच हो रहा है, मिसमैच नहीं बट हाँ एक मिस
difference of
उनकी
opinion होता
थोड़े
है,
से
हाँ.
मिसमैच हो रहे हैं, दैट शी वांट्स टू गेट मैरिड, ही डजंट
Yeah.
वांट टू गेट मैरिड। सो वो थोड़ा सा उसमें थोड़ा सा और एम्फेसिस डालने के लिए, आग में घी डालने के लिए, सो आई हैड टू इंट्रोड्यूस समबडी, सो आई पिक्ड अप एन एक्स कि तुम आओ और आग में घी डालो, सो दैट दे हैव अ फाइट लाइक दैट।
Yeah, which made the book, वैसे वो कहते हैं ना, मसाला मूवी जैसा वाइब आ गया, like just like Metro in दिनों, as it was saying again and again कि वही vibes है.
गुड गुड।
Okay, that brings me to the end of my questions that I had for you. I am just going to let the audience know. If you have any questions related to Richa's book, please put them in the comments. We'll address them later. And now I leave the floor open to you. You have also read my book. Please, the
Yeah,
stage is.
yeah, I loved it. I loved it. Because see, I am a person, who loves to elaborate things.
Yeah.
You tell me to write something, and something which I can write in 2 to 3 lines. मुझे message convey करने से मतलब है, मुझे अगर वो message 2 से 3 लाइन में भी मैं convey कर सकती हूँ ना, तो भी I will elaborate to a paragraph or maybe a full page. That's kind of my writing. Okay, but when I read your novel Fit Melt, sorry, I'm using the short form only because
Yeah, very good, Karo, very good.
मुझे वो ये short form भी बहुत अच्छा लगा, and I think it will go good. I mean, it will go. It's a good brand name actually.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I am going to use it as
I'm just
Fitment.
quickly going to show everyone the cover. So this is the book that we are talking about. It's a non-fiction illustrated humor book. Yes, please go on.
So I just love the illustrations, and I was like, यार ये मैं नहीं कर सकती. ये चीज मेरे, this is not my forte, because कम शब्दों में अपनी सारी बात समझा देना, this is not my forte. So I loved the novel. I read it, and there were a few snippets that I totally loved. मुझे literally इतनी अच्छे से हंसी आई है उस पे पढ़ के.
Wow, so happy to know that.
Yeah, I love the disclaimer also, the entire 2 to 3 pages disclaimer.
Thank you.
I loved it.
Thank you.
Do you want to know which ones I loved the most?
Yes, definitely. Just tell me the alphabet, I'll go on that page. Yeah.
Okay. So, um, the title is also good. Okay, I have already said that. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Didi or auntie.
That is a
guy
favorite.
asking for a maid number. कि दीदी आप number दे दो.
So this is the one.
Yeah.
You're talking about being called Didi in brackets elder sister instead of auntie by someone who is significantly younger than me. ये तो बहुत बड़ा moment, happy moment है मेरे लिए सच में. And there is one more. When somebody asks me my age and I tell them, they're like, "What? Really?" And ये एक दूसरा similar moment है जब मुझे बहुत खुशी होती है. हाँ, मेरी त्वचा से मेरी उम्र का पता ही नहीं चलता है.
No, but I love your quirk. Literally, I love your quirk.
Thank you so much.
And, the other one was she's telling her husband that we should take a picture. They are strolling in a park. I
हाँ,
didn't
check लो
exactly
तुम वाला.
remember. And he's happy that she's not going to ask me for too many pictures now.
This one.
Yeah.
This one, right? So this is about doing my favorite activity without any disturbances, and the illustration it shows a husband and wife where the wife is thinking, I wish I had some alone time here. This seems like an ideal place to read or do some coloring. And the husband is thinking, I don't understand her fascination with such places. Let's just get a few photos done and leave. I hope my smile doesn't seem fake in them, or she'll insist on taking more pics. Or worse, she'll want to come back to this place if she checks the photos later and doesn't like them.
This happens. I think this happens between every couple.
Yeah.
Or at least 8 out of 10 couples.
Yeah.
It was totally relatable.
Yeah. Husbands are always so reluctant in getting clicked off also and taking the wife's photo also.
And this has happened with us that, if the picture hasn't come out well, I will try to go to the place again. I'll wear the same clothes and I'll ask him to pose with me the same way, but with a better smile or with better expression.
Yeah. So you understand, yeah. I'm so happy you are able to relate to this.
This actually made me laugh for I was laughing for 20-30 seconds.
Oh, wow.
Looking at the laptop screen.
Yeah, very happy to hear that.
Yeah. I mean, I literally enjoyed your work, your sense of humor.
Thank you so much.
And one more I'll tell you. In a party, coming out as survivors.
Oh yeah, wait.
Entering a room full of people and you don't know, something like that. Entering a room full of strangers and then coming as survivors. This has happened with me, and I totally related to that. And
yes, this one. This is the one. So this is the illustration, and the target says entering a room full or mostly of strangers and coming out a survivor, maybe even a champion. after a few hours. In the photo, we see a woman at a some social event. She's thinking, yeah, this is the illustration, and she's thinking that group is laughing. Is it about me? Oh God, why did I agree to do this? And then she's further thinking, maybe I should hide in the bathroom for the rest of the evening. That still counts as attending, right?
But it actually happens when you are into such a situation. No, it actually happens that you want to hide in some place. You don't want to be, visible in front of so many people. But
Yeah.
then it's just about the confidence. If you are confident enough, if you want to face that, you will be, coming out as a survivor, or let's just say coming out as a winner.
Yeah. And in the caption, below the illustration, it says, out of curiosity, is it still social anxiety if you are anxious all the time?
Loved it.
Yeah.
That's good. That's very interesting. And I was like, पूरा ग्लॉसरी है यार, ए टू जेड पूरा, और एक एक इससे एक एक अल्फाबेट से भी यू हैव क्रिएटेड सो मेनी ऑफ देम.
Yeah.
So I'm totally fascinated with this,
Thank you
with
so
your
much.
art.
Very happy to hear that.
And I wanted to ask you that what inspired you to turn your inner monologue into fully let's say illustrated novel.
So, the idea for this book actually came to me long back, or sometime in the middle of 2020 and 2000, in the beginning of 2021. I had already started working on the idea also. And it came to me because of some posts that I used to put out on my social media regularly. At that point, the posts were called hashtag silly things that make me happy. And I used to put them out once or twice a week, and they got really popular. So I thought maybe this is not just a me thing. People were relating to it. So मुझे लगा कि हाँ मेरे जैसे बहुत सारे हैं और weird लोग. So they will also like to read it. So I thought let's convert this into a book. So I started writing down. I was regularly putting out the posts also, but I also started making, noting down all the silly things in my everyday life. अगर कुछ हुआ होगा तो मैं तुरंत note down कर दूंगी कि आज ये कुछ हुआ ऐसा silly सा जिससे मुझे खुशी मिली. So I started creating a Word document of it, and I had about, by the middle of 2021, I had about 50 nuggets out of these. इसमें तो 162 है.
Wow.
So when I started off in that year 2020-21, I had about 50 nuggets already. Then something happened where I lost my social media accounts, and I lost the confidence in the content also. क्योंकि वो बहुत, yeah, I was very not in a very good place as a writer creator. I lost the confidence in this because वो content ही नहीं था. So I was like नहीं करना है, and it was forgotten in my drafts folder. And
Okay.
then sometime in 2024, I spoke to somebody else, and we were in fact on an episode of Author Collaborative only. We were discussing how some of our stories never come out. And in that conversation, I asked her what is one story of hers that she would like to explore. And she talked about that story, and then she asked me, and I was like, I also have one book which is lying in my drafts folder, and I have forgotten about it, but I would like to explore it. So that was the point when I started reworking on it. And then I was part of a blogging challenge called A to Z, where we are supposed to take each alphabet of the English, each letter of the English alphabet and write something every day related to that particular letter. That's
Wow.
why the A to Z concept is there in the book.
Wow.
Because,
That's very
yeah.
interesting. That's
So
very
when
interesting. I read something like this for the first time, actually.
thank you.
The quirk, the humor presented in this way.
So
Like
yeah,
A to Z पूरा ये करके.
it
That is
became a
very
blog series first, and the response on it was very positive, and that's how the book came out. Eventually, after the writing challenge ended, I decided to convert all the nuggets into a book. Yeah.
very inspiring. Very so,
Thank you. You have any other question? Yeah, I'm sure.
which is your favorite illustration or the favorite nugget out of all these 162 nuggets that you have converted into a book? Which is your favorite one? Or something
Uh,
that makes you laugh every time you see it? Which is that one?
I think
Or
the
you
ones
can do
featuring
multiple.
Oh, there are multiple, but I think the ones that feature my husband are my favorite because I get to roast him so openly.
And you have written that in your disclaimer as well.
Yeah, so I think those are all my favorites. And the illustrations also, those ones that are. So I have to tell you about the journey of the illustrations also. As part of the blogging challenge, I had done a mix of black and white and colorful illustrations. After the challenge ended, I decided to stick with only monochrome. I wanted a comic strip type of feel. That's why I stuck to only black and white illustrations. When I was doing the colorful illustrations for the challenge, I had taken up my own photographs from my travels and other, whenever I have taken a good photographs. I use those as my base for illustrations during the blogging challenge. So when I started using Google Gemini, I used those photos as my, inspiration to put in the prompts in Gemini and generate the illustrations. So whichever illustration has been inspired from a photograph of my own, I think those are all my favorites. For instance, there are some that the cherry blossom one that we were just talking about. That is directly taken from a photograph of my husband and myself. And when we visited the cherry blossom park in spring of 2024. So directly taken from there. So a lot
Nice,
of those illustrations are my favorite, where I've used my own photographs, my own memories as an inspiration.
nice, very nice. Would you like to read another one for the
Uh,
viewers?
yeah, wait. I was just thinking of any where I have used my own photo, maybe. Yeah. So this one. This is from the letter F, and this fully bloomed flowers after a
Mm-hmm.
long time. That is one of my favorites because this is directly inspired from a photograph of mine where I was wearing a floral skirt and I was standing in the middle of a tulip field, and I'm so happy that it came out just like the photograph I had as an inspiration. And I was wearing the same outfit during the photo that time when the photograph was taken. And here it says fully bloomed flowers after a long winter. And the girl is thinking, why doesn't such beauty exist throughout the year? She's further thinking, oh well, then I would have something else besides the weather to complain about, or maybe nothing to complain. Huh, is that even possible?
This is
Yeah,
cute and very funny. I mean,
yeah.
so many of them. Maybe I'm not able to think of all of them right now, but this husband wala, photograph wala, and this full of room full of strangers, and you come out as survivors. This one, and the first one that I mentioned, being called Didi or Auntie. They were like they gave me laughing fits, literally.
So happy to hear. So
Yeah.
yeah, I think we are done with praising each other's books. Now we will move on to my favorite part, which is the rapid
Sure.
fire round. We'll ask each other some fun rapid fire questions, and how we'll do this, Richa, is we'll do back and forth. One question I ask, question you ask. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
So my first question to you is, if you could give Ira one piece of advice, what would be in just 3 words?
Ira, it would be never give up or don't give up because time and again she goes into that mode. She's a
Yeah.
confident persona, but time and again she goes into that mode that something in this my life is not going right. So what should I do? She
Hmm.
frets. So never give up or don't give up would
Yeah,
be
lovely.
message to her.
Okay, yeah, perfect. Yeah, she needs that a reminder from time and time.
Yeah.
Okay.
So my question to you would be: are you a morning person or a midnight scribbler?
Midnight Scribbler. In fact, you have given me a very good chance to promote one of my other books.
Do that, please go ahead.
So the one you see, the dark blue one, next to the
The
black cover.
second one.
Yeah,
The second one. Okay.
yeah. The second one from the right. That's
Mhm.
a book title, Knight in Shining Armor. So the knight is not K wala knight, that is Raj wala knight. And those are
Another thing.
poems that I have written focusing only on nightly things and activities. जो भी सनलाइट सनसेट के बाद होता है वो सब कुछ मैंने उसमें इंक्लूड किया है, लाइक द मूनलाइट, लाइक गोइंग ऑन अ लॉन्ग ड्राइव, हैविंग वो दोस्तों के साथ जो करते हैं आग जला के, क्या कहते हैं उसको, मैं भूल जा रही हूँ.
Fine.
Bonfire,
Bonfire.
yes, bonfire, yes. All of those activities I have discussed. There's also karaoke that we do after, after our work gets done, and we hang out with our colleagues or friends and we do karaoke. वो सब कुछ है इसमें. So yeah, you got your answer. Of course, always right time.
So this one is also an illustrated one, or it's like
It
anecdote?
it's poetry, but the unique feature about that is with each poem I have suggested one pairing of a song. In
Interesting.
the beginning of every poem, I've said best paired with this song.
Wow, quite creative. I'm going to pick that again.
Yeah, thank you so much, and I hope you enjoy it. Okay,
I will surely will. Yeah.
my next
Your
question to you is sweetest bond in the book. Parent-child, in-laws with daughter-in-law or son-in-law, siblings, or friends to something more. Which one was your favorite?
Okay, parent-child is quite common. That can't be the sweetest. Although there are some anecdotes between the father and son and mother and daughter also. Other than that, you said with the relationship with in-laws.
Yeah.
I think that's the sweetest because Ira and her mother-in-law Vandana's camaraderie, I enjoyed writing it. Every scene, be it an emotional scene, be it, the scene when Ira secretly asks her to, go and convince your husband. And or she pleads to her in a childlike tone that please ma, I want to stay at home. I don't want to go to Bua's house. She doesn't give me a good vibe. And she tells her, and she, frankly tells her that, okay, you have to face the silent treatment from your father then, from your papa. And even when they are discussing in the cab that in their car that they should they should start using Chirag's car instead of taking cabs all the time. And she tells her that you stop influencing me and all of that. So their camaraderie was something. It's very natural.
Yeah.
What I feel as a writer, I mean, it's very natural between two people to have that conversation, and especially if that comes in a relationship like this, where a certain amount of respect is like mandatory,
Mm.
and yet you have that kind of हिम्मत in you that okay मैं upfront बोल सकती हूँ इनको and ये बुरा नहीं मानेंगी, ये
Yeah.
सब ऐसे ही चलेगा. So
Yeah.
that was very well. I mean, I feel that that's the sweetest bond.
Yeah.
Other than
Actually,
that,
yeah.
the main characters have, like you said, that more than friends, being more than friends. That can't be my personal favorite like that. I mean, that can't be the sweetest for me. That's
Yeah.
not it's not the kind of that doesn't come in the sweetest form of relationship category for me.
I'm so
The
glad that you picked.
and the Ira's relationship
Yeah,
is that.
yeah. I am so glad that you picked the in-laws and daughter-in-law wala relationship, because, in fact, in my review also and during the live also, I have mentioned this, that Ira's relationship with her mother-in-law breaks so many stereotypes because they are so friendly with each other, and we have rarely seen that in real life or in real life. Not many people portray that,
Not at
और
all.
बहुत बहुत है
Especially
ना.
in India.
या एंड बहुत बदनाम करके रखा है इस रिलेशनशिप को, पता नहीं क्यों. आई ऑल्सो शेयर अ वेरी फ्रेंडली ओपन रिलेशनशिप विद माई मदर इन लॉ, सो आई नो कि ऐसा नहीं होता है. सब सब सास इतनी वो नहीं होती है, विलनस नहीं होती है.
एंड नॉट जस्ट अबाउट सास, आप सास वाले एज ग्रुप से पूछोगे तो उनके लिए उनकी बहू खराब है.
हाँ, एग्जैक्टली.
बहू के एज ग्रुप से पूछोगे तो उनके लिए उनकी सास खराब है. तो ये रिलेशनशिप है ही.
या
बट आई मीन to make it deeper, I used it like as that Ira had Vandana was her teacher previously.
या
So that's also kind of that वो चीज उसमें अच्छा एक impact देती है that okay they used to know each other
या
very well earlier. So
सो या
Vandana's character, I enjoyed writing Vandana's character. वो उस एज की औरतें जब बहुत फ्रेंडली और वैसी होती ना that they are always smiling and they are always welcoming, तो वो मुझे अच्छा लगता है. उन लोगों के साथ मुझे पर्सनली इंटरैक्ट करना बहुत पसंद है. So that's why I did that kind of characterization with Vandana.
Okay, lovely. Okay, your turn.
Yeah, my turn. So, illustrated thoughts or scribbled notes? What's more you?
स्क्रिबल नोट्स, क्योंकि इलस्ट्रेशन बनाना तो बहुत वैसा डिफिकल्ट है ना, ऐसा डेली लाइफ में यू कांट मेक इलस्ट्रेशन. आई एम नॉट एन आर्टिस्ट, ओके, आई हैव यूज्ड जेमिनी, सो दैट्स व्हाई द इलस्ट्रेशंस आर सो गुड. इन रियल लाइफ मैं पेन पेपर लेके खुद थोड़ी इलस्ट्रेट कर सकती हूँ. आई कैन स्क्रिबल ऑन माई ओन. एंड फर्स्टली आई एम एन ऑथर, तो थॉट्स
True,
तो वर्ड्स पहले आएंगे ना, पिक्चराइजेशन बाद में आता है, वर्ड्स पहले आएंगे.
true.
बिकॉज आई एम अ राइटर एट हार्ट, तो यस, ऑलवेज स्क्रिबल थॉट्स.
So,
Okay.
it's your
Uh,
turn then.
yes. If you had to live in the same Mumbai housing society as your characters, would you be excited or terrified?
Excited?
Okay. And
I'm
add-on question. I had not thought of this before, but add-on question to that. Uh, who would you befriend first?
That's
ये
interesting.
ये फंस गए.
I would be friends with Ida first.
Oh, okay. I thought you
Then
will say
my
Soham
family
because
is
वो
like, very
इतना popular
warm-hearted
है.
people.
Yeah,
Sorry, what?
I thought you will say Soham because he's so popular in the building ladies
He's
group.
popular among, the different category or the different age group. But, no, no, no. I'll be friends with Ida.
Okay, lovely. Your turn.
Okay. A body positive mantra you swear by.
Body
A body
positivity.
positive mantra you swear by.
Wear what you are comfortable with. I swear by that only. It doesn't matter. मतलब
That totally resonates
if
with
you
me.
are if you are comfortable wearing that, you are going to look good in it. It doesn't matter. क्या भी
That's,
कुछ भी
that's
पहनो,
true.
अगर आप कंफर्टेबल नहीं हो तो वो ऑकवर्ड ही दिखेगा, अगर आप कंफर्टेबल हो तो वो अच्छा ही दिखेगा.
Right, right.
Okay,
So,
my next one. I have, mashed up two of our books, and now the next two questions are going to be based on that. First one: if Ira had a guilty pleasure, would it be binging ice cream or shopping for the perfect pair of jeans?
very interesting. Binging ice cream or shopping because she's a designer. So you
Yeah, exactly.
like that. So yeah, because she's a designer, I think she would be picking, the perfect pair of jeans and would be customizing it maybe,
Yeah,
maybe doing something creative with that jeans.
yeah. I knew you would say that because she's a designer. इसलिए मैंने ये question पूछा है. Trick question था.
Hmm.
Okay, your turn.
Weirdest compliment you have ever received.
बैक हैंडेड कॉम्प्लीमेंट्स की तो आदत हो गई है वैसे अब तो, बट ऐसे ही एक बैक हैंडेड कॉम्प्लीमेंट मुझे किसी ने दिया था कि स्टोरीज तो अच्छी लिखती हैं आप, पर कुछ ज्यादा ही स्वीट नहीं है आपकी स्टोरीज, बहुत ज्यादा हैप्पी 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 है सब. there's no conflict happening.
Okay.
लाइक ये किस टाइप का कॉम्प्लीमेंट है? आई एम ट्राइंग टू स्प्रेड पॉजिटिविटी
I
और ये मेरा राइटिंग स्टाइल है.
hmm. Even I keep coming across such questions, and मैं तो उसे compliment भी नहीं कहूंगी. It's like a comment on me because people say story लिखते हो अच्छा ये तो बहुत आसान है ना ये सोचा वो सोचा और लिख दिया एंड आई एम लाइक वो जो पूरा रिसर्च मैंने किया हुआ था उसका क्या उसका थोड़ा तो क्रेडिट दो जिसमें सबसे ज्यादा मतलब सबसे ज्यादा टाइम मेरा उसी में स्पेंड हुआ है इतने सारे एडिट्स जाते हैं
या
एक एक के पीछे आई मीन व्हेन आई एम it's a routine habit that I'll open my laptop to write something कि ये आइडिया था आज इसको लिखना है और मैं एडिट्स में फंस के रह जाती हूँ
या
because जो already written है I'll just go through it once and I'll find so many mistakes or so many things that I can still improve. So मैं वही करते रह जाती हूँ. At times it happens and the whole time is gone into editing only.
yeah and
People
people
are
don't understand.
they take it so casually कि अरे उसमें क्या है यार इसमें तो क्या है मतलब for them it's like कि एक 3 घंटे की मूवी देख ली उसको बस देख कर आ गए तो वो शायद उसके पीछे किसी की मेहनत है ही नहीं.
एग्जैक्टली दैट. चलो मूवीज
आजकल
में
कई
पूरा
लोग
टीम
बहुत
होता
ज्यादा
है, मूवीज में
underrate
पूरा
करते
टीम होता है एंड देयर इज सो
हैं
मच दैट
actually.
गुड बिहाइंड एवरी सीन. एंड इवन इन बुक्स, इवन इफ इट इज क्रिएटेड बाय ओनली वन ऑथर, बहुत मेहनत होती है यार. हर
बहुत
हर सीन
मेहनत
के
होती है.
पीछे, हर लाइन के पीछे, हर वर्ड के पीछे बहुत मेहनत होती है.
Absolutely.
Okay, my last question to you. Pick
Hmm.
one nugget or illustration that each of your characters would relate to or crack up at. Ira,
That's
Sahaj,
not
Soham,
my
Tia, and
forte.
Kritika.
Nuggets are not my forte, but I'll try. I'll
Yeah.
try. For Ira?
Huh. Ira,
For Ira.
Sahaj, Soham, Tia, and Kritika. Five. Five main characters जो है.
Okay. For Ira, hmm, she didn't fall for him, but she tripped over her destiny and fell in his arms.
Oh,
Is it
okay.
is it okay?
Yeah. But any of the 162 nuggets from Fit Melt that you think she would be relating to or she would laugh the hardest at? Anyone?
Okay. The one that I mentioned,
Yeah.
entering a room full of strangers and coming out as survivors.
Yeah, yeah. I can totally see her being socially anxious. Yes.
Yeah. But what she does to Loveleen in the book is, related. I'm saying in that context
Yeah.
that she maybe not, she doesn't enter a room full of strangers, but when she's threatened or she feels threatened, and
Hmm.
she plays her cards very well.
Yeah.
Maybe a little risky, but she plays them quite confidently.
Yeah.
So that's the
For,
thing.
for Sahaj.
Sahaj is somebody who, becomes Ira's punching bag time and again. So, although his intentions are good, but he always becomes her punching bag. So, he has a wrong timing
Hmm.
when it comes to interfering in others' matters. Because at times, he's staying silent. He's not
Hmm.
saying when she wants him to say something, and he's not saying. So
Yeah.
that's also a kind of things going wrong. So he has a wrong timing when it comes to interfering in somebody else's matters. So um,
Right. Come
he
back at the
tried
right
to
time,
mediate.
maybe.
He tried
So,
to mediate, but his destiny had a slow Wi-Fi.
lovely. Okay. And any of the nuggets from Fitmill that you think he would be able to relate to or laugh at?
Mm, not that I can think of right now.
नहीं, इतना टफ नहीं करना है हमें.
सहज,
It's okay.
हाँ, सहज मेल कैरेक्टर्स के बारे में इतना सोचा नहीं.
Right? So let's stick to Pia and Kritika now. Huh? Let's
Oh,
let's
yes.
let go of the male characters.
Pia is personally one of my, favorite characters. I like such bubbly, upbeat, chatty people. So Pia के लिए, and Pia का mainly दिक्कत है सोहम के साथ कि भाई तुम शादी नहीं कर रहे हो मुझसे.
हाँ.
Um, she didn't want a fairy tale. She didn't want her life to be a fairy tale, but she only wanted to be. She wanted to be Soham's only angel.
Oh, lovely. And
Is that
since you
okay?
have mentioned that, they were always on opposite ends with mostly everything, I think the one illustration she would laugh or crack up the most at is one where I have said, husband and I synchronized for the plans of over the weekend. she she was relating to that very, very hard, I think, because her and Soham are never, yeah, they are never at the same opinion about anything. So yeah. And what do you think about Kritika?
Kritika comes across as a very confident person, well settled. The corporate girly slash Miss Hawa Hawaii.
Yeah.
Is that
Nice.
okay?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. And I think Kritika would be the happiest about the nugget where we are talking about the well-fitting jeans. I think वही उसके लिए सबसे relatable होगा.
Sure.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, your last question.
My last question. Okay. Mm, one word your protagonist would use to describe you.
मेरा मेरे इसमें तो प्रोटैगनिस्ट मेरा हस्बैंड ही है, so one word he would always use for me is drama queen.
Interesting. That's good one.
या तो हाँ, मतलब हर चीज में देखो इतना ड्रामा करना जरूरी है क्या? तो
Does he
हाँ वो
enjoy reading your books?
he does not read my books, that's why I roast him so
Are you
much.
are you are you seriously saying that he doesn't read your books?
So the thing is, he's
And you
not
have
a reader
spoken
at
out
all.
in public
Yeah.
that he doesn't read your books.
So every social event or anything related to the book that I'm talking about, I always, roast him like this. कि तुम तो नहीं पढ़ रहे हो, देखो कितने सारे लोग आए हैं मुझे यहाँ सेलिब्रेट करने, कितने लोग पढ़ रहे हैं. But the thing is, he does not read at all. It's not like he doesn't read my books only. He's not a reader. So, books
I
पढ़ता
get
ही नहीं है. Yeah.
I get that. Yeah.
Okay, and now we come to the last segment of the show where I will play a game with you. It is called the Fit Melt Bingo. I'm going to ask you
I'm
some.
very scared of games, you know. I'm very scared of
This is
games.
very fun. This is very
I
fun
always
game.
lose. I always lose. I never win in games.
इसमें तो कुछ हारना जीतना है ही नहीं, बिंगो गेम है.
So,
You just need to answer in yes or no. These are some
oh,
of the nuggets that I have listed down from the book itself, and you just have to answer in yes or no. Okay?
okay. Okay.
So the first one, witnessed a perfect sunset in the last 7 days.
Perfect sunset.
Hmm.
I am a sunrise lover and my house has a sunrise view. So if you can tweak sunset to sunrise, I can say that okay, I do this thing every day, almost every day. I
Oh,
watch the sunrise almost every day.
oh, lovely. Next one, own a pair of jeans that fits just right.
Yeah, all my jeans. I love my jeans.
Oh, lovely. Awesome. Next one, ate ice cream before it melted.
Yeah.
Okay. Next one, nailed a witty comeback at the right time.
Yes, sometimes. Sometimes. Otherwise, I am the one who will think later, अरे यार ये बोलना चाहिए था. वो दो
I
दिन
can
बाद
understand.
निकाल आते हैं.
Yeah. Okay, next one. Went out on a peaceful walk alone.
Yeah. Many times. But I'm more of a, I enjoy driving. I
Okay.
enjoy driving my car. So there are times when, I am not feeling that well emotionally. Maybe I'm tired or something. I'm stressed. So I take myself on a solo date and I go outside. I might not, step out of the car. I'll just sit there, put some music on, and I'll just spend some time alone with myself. So
Okay.
that's my kind of thing. Yeah. So I do
Lovely.
go on so as well, but going on a solo drive is my kind of thing.
Okay. Okay. Next one. Got lost in a great book.
Yeah, so many times.
Okay.
So many times. Like I told you, I love Preeti Shenoy's books.
Okay.
So she's my favorite Indian author.
Okay.
So I love
Great.
her storytelling skills.
Nice. Okay. Next one. Took a shower without adjusting the knobs in the past week.
No, that I think has never happened. That has never happened.
I can relate to
But you
that. Yes.
always have to do that.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Even if
understand
you
that.
are the first one to take the shower, you still have to,
Yeah.
adjust.
For sure. Yes. Next one. Took up a new hobby or did something creative.
Did something creative.
Okay, lovely. Next one. Heard a song you forgot you loved.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
This
okay.
song, ये तुम्हारी मेरी बातें from Rock On.
Rock
I love
on. Oh,
this.
love that song.
It came on the radio. I think when we were going out, we were traveling 2 days ago. So it came on the radio, and I heard it after a very long time. And I was like, oh, ये गाना तो इतने दिनों से याद ही नहीं आया.
Lovely. Okay, next one. Found an old note or photo.
Old photo while shifting. But yeah, if you're asking that in the last 7 days, no, it didn't happen.
Oh, there is no
But
timeline here.
last
Yeah.
month we were shifting. So I
Yeah.
found an old photo from 2009 and I
Oh,
made
wow.
a reel out of it. Imagine
Ah,
I made an entire reel out of it.
oh, lovely. Next one. Spotted a rainbow in the past year.
Sorry, I didn't hear it properly.
Spotted a rainbow in the past year.
Rainbow. I might have. There are rainbows visible from my house. Yeah.
Oh, lovely. Next
Might
one.
have.
Okay. Next one. Had a random idea that sparked joy.
Maybe. I can't think of one in particular right now. Maybe.
Okay. I think you already answered this one, but I'm going to ask. Took yourself out on a day or day out.
Yeah. I do that. I do that. That's, that's a kind of therapy and one needs to do it. I would
Yeah.
like to implore people that, you should do this.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I also love doing that. Spend time with myself, doing something that I love. कोई responsibility नहीं, कोई disturbance नहीं.
Yeah. It's very important actually. People don't
Yeah.
think that, खुद के लिए टाइम कहाँ से निकालें सब कुछ तो है अरे नहीं हमें तो सबके साथ ही मजा आता है बट
Yeah.
वंस यू स्टार्ट डूइंग दिस नो यू विल अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट काइंड ऑफ पर्सन यू आर आपको
Yeah.
मन को शांति मिलती है उससे
Exactly. Yes. Next one. Smelled something baking.
नो
No?
नॉट इन द लास्ट 7 days
Okay. Next one. Had a good hair day in the past 2 weeks.
या
Okay, lovely. Next one. Popped a bubble wrap.
नो
No? Acha, I'm sensing you don't enjoy that activity that as
नो
much as
नो
I do.
आई एंजॉय इट समटाइम्स बट नॉट इन द लास्ट 7 days I'm being specific actually. I'm sticking to the timeline.
Okay. Next one. Ate your comfort food.
Yeah. Dal
Love.
chawal. Almost
Ah.
every day.
Oh, lovely. Next one. Gazed at the moon in silence.
Yeah. Just, I told we were on a trip for the last 2 days. So we did that.
Oh, lovely. Next one. Bought something that made you giddy.
Made me?
Giddy.
No.
No?
No. No.
Okay. And
I
the
haven't
last
bought
one.
anything in last 7 days, I think.
Okay. Okay. Next one. Reconnected with an old friend.
In the last 7 days?
No?
No.
Oh. But I think that this was a mix of yes and no. So I think you did fairly well. हो गया.
Okay.
Well done. Well done, Richa.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
You are living the life that Fit Milk recommends.
Wow. Will I be getting a trophy or a certificate for this?
नहीं अभी तक तो मुझे भी नहीं
Maybe a
मिली
virtual
ये कुछ
one.
भी.
Maybe a virtual one.
Yeah, virtual one, yes, I can do that.
Mhm.
So this was so much fun, Richa. Thank you for joining me today.
Yeah,
And I
absolutely.
enjoyed this episode so much. I asked this to most of my guests, and especially with those I had a lot of fun with. So I'm going to ask you one last question before I let you go. When are you coming up with the next book so I can invite you again?
I have no idea. I had started writing the third one, and the first draft is ready, but
Hmm.
I don't know. I don't feel the urge of continuing it right now, and I'm very much busy in the promotions of A Place in This World right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, coming back to the manuscript, I don't think that I should continue refining it. I don't know why. It happens with writers. I read about them so much or I hear them so much that पूरी कहानी लिख दी फिर मन नहीं हुआ उसको कंटिन्यू करने का so वो कहीं shelves में पड़ी है so that's happened with me I guess and I have another idea in mind which is based on friendship because romance लिख लिया बहुत अभी 2-3 बार so I am thinking of something to female friendships because that's also my forte.
Yeah.
Both my books have strong female friendships. So I'm thinking of writing a full-fledged manuscript on female friendships, strong female friendships.
Lovely.
So I might start working on it very soon. Let's
Look
see.
forward
Fingers
to it.
crossed.
Yeah, looking forward to it and hope you can write it soon so we can do this again. Looking forward to hosting you again. Thank you so
Thank
much,
you so
Richard,
much.
for
I
joining me.
love interacting with you, and I'll admit it now that we are bidding farewell to each other. I would like to admit that I was very nervous. I was excited, but I was very nervous, before starting this video. I was like, मेरी ये चीज कहाँ है, मेरी book कहाँ है, मेरे
Oh,
phone नहीं मिल रहा है, मुझे ये नहीं मिल रहा है. I was like fretting, but we had a very interactive, very
yeah.
fun-filling session throughout.
Same. I also
So I'm
enjoyed.
happy with your question and I'm happy with my performance too.
Congratulations. And you should do this more often now. I hope you do this more often.
Yeah, I
One
will.
last before we go, I'm going to show your book cover and also my book cover. You can show yours. You have it in paperback.
Yes.
And I will show mine in Kindle. Yours. Here.
This is a very interesting read, guys, in case you are looking for something
Thank you.
light-hearted, quirky, humorous from a female author, especially from a female author. You should definitely check out
Thank you.
Manali Desai's. Uh, please say the title. I'll again say it's not going to be right.
So this book, go check it out. It's titled My Jeans Fit Well and the Ice Cream Didn't Melt.
Yeah,
It's
it's a
available.
very
Yeah.
funny, humorous book. I totally enjoyed reading it.
Thank you so much. And I am looking forward to hosting you again. Bye. Have a great weekend.
Same to you. Bye bye. Take